To the Annenberg faculty, many of whom were my own professors, guess who's back? Didn't think you'd see me so soon, huh? And most importantly, my fellow Trojans, Annenberg class of 2022, you made it! Graduating from this university remains one of my proudest accomplishments. But it almost didn't happen. In fact, 11 years ago, I was rejected from USC. Yeah, I know, it hurts. Still stings, y'all, still stings. Like so many of you sitting here today, this was my dream school. Senior year of high school, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't gonna get into this university. So when word got out that USC was mailing out their acceptance letters, I raced home. And sitting in my mailbox was this tiny envelope from USC. It was a rejection letter. It was my rejection letter. So naturally, I appealed the decision. And guess what? I was rejected again. Still didn't get in. I was devastated, but most of all, I was ashamed. I felt like a failure. And as I was wandering down my road of self-pity, my mom essentially said something that every black child has heard at one point. Fix your face. It's a phrase that's used in our community that's code for, it's time to move on. It's time to change your perspective. She said, this was not meant to be your blessing, but if you keep looking backwards, you are going to miss yours. And that's the thing that no one tells you about failure. Nestled in those deep corners of self-pity and doubt is often a blessing waiting in the wings. But you'll miss it if you're looking the other way. So if anything, failure is testing one thing. How bad do you really want it? For me, I wanted it so bad that I spent the next year focused on academics, getting the best grades in my life, applying to every single internship, and my blessing did come at 19 years old as one of the youngest interns at the White House. I sat in on presidential interviews. I watched White House correspondents challenge the press secretary. It's where I fell in love with political journalism. And though I couldn't see it at the time, that rejection letter was actually pushing me closer to new opportunities, to a dream I had not yet realized. And when I finally got into this great university as a transfer student, shout out to all the transfer students, not only was I thankful, I was very thankful, I could better align my steps with the path that I wanted to pursue. My Trojan family, do not be ashamed of failure. Be grateful for the direction it is pointing you in. Do not be terrified of rejection, but fear missing the blessing that is waiting for you in the wings because you're so focused on looking backwards. 11 years later, I wouldn't trade that rejection letter for anything. And that is the beautiful thing about being with you all here today. We all took different paths to get here, but we all have made it. Do not let anyone question the power of storytelling, the power of your own story. I am standing before you just several generations removed from slavery, and every single day I walk into the Capitol or a White House built by slaves. I am a two-time USC reject standing before you giving a commencement address at USC. You can't tell me that our stories don't have power.